So in this video I am going to tell you how to control your Population robot or VREP robot using Tally Twist keyboard, that is a package of ROS. Okay, so basically we are going to use ROS to control our robot, Population robot. Okay, so let me open this. Firstly let me show you. So this is how right now I'm moving my keyboard buttons, and you can see this is getting control from my keyboard buttons. Okay, so let's learn then how to do that. So we are going to communicate our keyboard between differential type robot through ROS. Okay, so the next thing is you need to install this software. You need to install this package, the package. So what you have to do in your terminal, you have to just write this sudo apt get install ROS your version Tally Twist keyboard. Okay, so instead of ROS version, you have to replace with your version like Melodic, Neotic, Kinetic, all those versions. Okay, right now I'm using Melodic, so I will be copying this and I will be pasting on my terminal, but I have already done it, so no need to do this. Okay, so you must install this package, that's very much needed for this video. Okay, next thing is that like in Gazebo there is no plugins available to control the robot. Okay, so we have to code this on the robot. In VREP or Copilot, we have to code this on our scripts, we have to put this on our script. Okay, so I will teach you the kinematics of this. So basically first look over here, this is robot, right velocity of the robot, this is left velocity of the robot. Okay, and this is the angular velocity of the robot, and this is the total velocity. So there is a difference between those velocity. This is a wheel velocity, right wheel velocity, so sorry, it will be a left, and this will be right. Okay, so this is right wheel velocity and this is left wheel velocity. Okay, and this is the entire robot velocity. So there is a difference, these are wheel velocities and this is the entire velocity of the robot. Okay, and this is the entire velocity, angular velocity of the robot. So when you turn this you need angular, and when you move straightward you need linear velocity. Okay, so how are we going to control it? So as I already told you, we will be using twist keyboard. So for twist keyboard, what it publishes is the robot velocity. It publishes to the robot velocity and angular velocity, not the wheel velocity. But for our robot to control this, we need to control it on wheel velocities. Okay, so that's a conversion that we need to learn. So there is a formula for this. For like for right wheel robot, this is the wheel velocity plus d by 2. What is d? D is the separation distance between these two wheels. So from the center of this to the center of this wheel, the distance from that is the wheel separation distance. Okay, so this is the wheel separation distance by 2 into the angular velocity, robot angular velocity. Okay, same way this is the linear velocity for the left wheel. Minus is there because right is somewhat plus and left is somewhat minus. Okay, from a point. So I won't be going in so much of depth of kinematics, but yeah, we need to understand this formula. So this is the formula, d by 2 is the this d, and this is the angular velocity. Okay, now how to calculate the angular velocity? For that there is also formula. We need to sum this up divided by this value, so we will get the angular velocity. But basically we need these two formulas. We need these two formulas for our robot. So let's see the coding of this. Okay, now we are going to code this on our robot. So what I have done over here is, this is the same d. In the previously you have seen this d. Okay, so this is the d. So in place of d I have replaced it with by d by 2. Okay, so this is d. D is the separation distance. I know that we are going to use this robot, so wheel separation distance is this much. Okay, 0.381 meters. All units are in meters. Same way we'll be using linear velocity and uh, wheel velocity. So okay, this will be wheel velocity. If you want to initialize these two variables, then you can do, otherwise no need, because Lua script don't need to be initialized like we do in C++. Okay, next thing is, so this is a function message return type. So this is a message return type. Okay, so as we are coding, as we are going to code everything on, we are going to communicate through ROS. So you need to know one thing for sure, this the basic of ROS and how publisher and subscriber works on ROS. Then you will be able to follow this tutorial. Okay, so I will try my level best to explain you at least the basics of this. Right now we won't focus on this function. Now let's compare this. This is the linear velocity, left wheel velocity, and you can see this is the velocity, linear velocity, and with which this is the angular velocity. Okay, so this is the same that we done in our formula. Look, this is the robot velocity minus d plus omega plus 2. Same way, this is also the same, right wheel velocity, okay, plus d into angular velocity. Look, right wheel velocity plus d into angular velocity. So I hope up to this 2 point is clear. Now the next is we are setting the joint velocity. So to control this on our robot Coppelia sim, we need to assign them a velocity. Okay, so this is the velocity, this is the handles. I'll explain this in little bit more details. Okay, now this is the second parameter. Is first parameter is the robot handle, like left wheel, so we want the left, and the second parameter is the velocity. I multiplied it 4 times so that I want it to be 4 times faster. Same the right wheel velocity we are putting on this. Okay, so I hope up to this is clear. Like, so basically I have put over here is to compare this to with the real coding of Lua. Okay, don't worry, I will giving you much more details on this. Now next thing is node, how the node is actually functioning on this. So the first thing is that what Copilus is have done is they have made a permanent node. Okay, so like in ROS we every time we need to define name and node, like that is not there in this. So it is already defined. Okay, so the node of the Coppelia sim that communicates with every ROS package is name is sim ROS interface. So this is a node. So what basically is doing when we press it on our keyboard, so this is the tally of twist keyboard node. So when we press in our keyboard, this node sends a message, publishes a message to topic, and the topic name is command velocity. So this is the topic name. If you know this tally of twist keyboard, so it's always publishing on command velocity. So this is that velocity topic name. Okay, and this is the data type, geometrical GSM, geometry MSG twist. Okay, so this is the data type of this message topic in which, and this is subscribing to this. So our ROS, this Coppelia sim node is subscribing to this topic. Okay, this is subscribing to this topic. Now let's go to the coding part of it, then you will get much more clarity on this. So firstly, let's start with this. So what is this get object handle? So basically we are making a relationship between the real robot. This is the real robot. Okay, so on this, if you see, there is a left wheel velocity, this is the joint velocity on this is present on this. So what we are actually doing, handle means we are relating the real object for our coding purposes so that we can use it as a variable. So we want it to be as a variable, so we are using this, giving it a name. So this is get object handle. Same way we are getting right object handle. We can also see it, this one is the right object handle, this is the joint. Okay, so we are getting this joint handle, so that at the end when we are going to set the joint velocity, we want the handle of it. So that's why we are creating the handles, because in coding you have to define from which variable you want to change. So this is that variable name that relate to the real world. Okay, next is, now let's go on this. if seam ROS means that this is the name of the ROS. If ROS is running, so how ROS is running? So one thing you have to do, always notice this. This is very important. Whenever in your terminal you are running Copilus in Ubuntu for ROS packages, firstly you have to start the ROS core. If you are not going to start the ROS core, then it won't be running. Okay, so firstly you have to start the ROS core. It should be running, otherwise it won't be working. Okay, so you have to start ROS core. Next you have to start this. So when you write this command on your terminal, like you will start this from your terminal, then you have to notice one thing, that yeah, so here it is, the plugin ROS is loaded up. So you can see the plugin ROS is successfully loaded up. If it is not loaded, then this won't be working. That's why we are checking seam ROS. Okay, means if our ROS is running, then we are going to execute this whole part. Okay, now let's go into the depth of this. Now look, this is not that important. It is just saying ROS interface was found. So this is okay. This is same as adding the log. Okay, now the next thing is subscriber. So we are making, so here notice this, we are not initializing like we do in ROS. Okay, so here the permanent node is already created, so we are not initializing the node. We are directly using the node. So what we are doing, we are creating a ROS subscriber. Okay, we are creating a ROS subscriber, and this is the message type. What is the this is the topic name. So the topic name is command velocity. So this is the command velocity. Next, data type, geometrical twist message. As I already told you, this is this data type. Okay, now the next thing, this is the return type. As you have already learned in ROS, when you subscribe to a topic, we define a data, we define a return function, so that over which we'll be getting our reading from the node which is publishing to it. Like this node is publishing to this, okay, this data to this topic. So this, in this topic, this is sending a message. So to retrieve this, so to read this data, we have to create a message, callback message. Okay, so this is the callback message. I hope up to this is clear. Next thing is, when now let's go to the actuation. Why we are writing our code in actuation is because this is going to actuate. So basically this is going to rotate the wheels. So that's why we are writing our code within the actuation part. Okay, now next thing, this whole part I already explained you, and this is that callback function. I told you now, this is that callback function, and this is the message. This is the data type message which is receiving from the topic. So this topic is having this data type, so this data type is sending a message. So this message is, and this message is stored in this variable vel. Okay, I hope up to this is clear. So this is that variable. If you see, basically it's almost same that we write in ROS, publisher and subscriber. It's even the syntax is 90% same. So there are some things that you need to understand. And one more thing over here, what this is doing, this is just subscribing to an array as string, because this will be coming in a format of string, so our subscriber need to be in string. Okay, so now in this message, this is coming, now this message is coming to this is the velocity type. Now we'll be assigning left and right velocity. Okay, one more important thing to understand over here, pel.linear.x. Why I am writing like this, why over here this is written like this. This is also very important to understand over here. Let's go to this geometric twist message data type. From there we'll understand this. So over here, this is the linear part. Notice this is that linear, this is that linear. Okay, this is the linear, this is that linear. Inside linear, when I go inside the linear, we are using x component of it. Okay, notice inside linear we are using the x component of it. So if you know the differential drive robot, so what basically we need in differential drive robot to control it, we just need two things. We need the x-axis velocity, okay, and next we need the z-axis angular velocity. So this is the x-axis linear velocity over which we are controlling this robot. Okay, so we just need this message. Okay, now this is coming onto this message. So this is that linear dot x. Same way this d is there, then velocity dot angular velocity dot z. Let's go to this. Let's go back. In this angular we are going into the z part of it. So as I already told you, this is a differential drive robot, so it will be only going either on a linear or it will be rotating. So it's rotate about z, so just we are only reading the z value that's coming from this, that is coming from tally-of.twist keyboard. We are reading just two values. First one is the x value, so it will move forward. Next is the rotational value. Okay, so how it is going to rotate, these two value we are reading it. I hope up to this part is clear. I already explained you these two lines. Now coming to this, so as I was talking about, in this, to set this velocity, this sets the velocity as its name says, it set joint target velocity. Okay, this is the setting the joint target velocity. So if you want to know what are the parameters it will be taking as an input, so you can go just right click over here and you can open this reference page. This reference page is getting opened. So now you can see, so this is taking two, one is the object handler, second is taking the target velocity, the velocity you want it to rotate. Okay, you need to give an angular velocity to it, so you can read it in much details. Okay, so this is that it's setting the velocity to it. And why I have multiplied 4 to it, because the velocity is coming very low from our node, tally-of-twist node. From this tally-of-twist node, the velocity that is publishing onto this topic, it's coming very low, so I multiplied it to the 4 times, so that it will be much larger. Okay, so right now we are just reading this velocity. When I am printing this linear velocity, now this is there, now this is sim-ROS. So it, when everything is done and sim-ROS is running, so when I stop this, I want to delete this I do not want this to be running. So this is just shut down the subscriber. So this will be just shutting down the instance of the subscriber. Okay, so I hope this code is very much clear to you. You have understood each and every line very clearly. So even even I have told you this is for the robot to be initialized. Same way, this is just publishing a message, printing a message on our console. Okay, now this is the callback. Within this function is the main, and this is putting the subscribing to our this node, this topic. Okay, this is subscribing to this topic. Now this is shut down. So now let's play this. Now we'll be controlling our robot. So okay, one more thing, if you are very new to this, right now I won't be shutting it down, otherwise this won't be running. Okay, but I will tell you, if you are very new to this, so what you have to run, ROS run. Don't worry, this command I will be giving you on in the description. Okay, tally of, I will press tab, then I will press keyboard, again I will press tab. Now I will press this. When I press enter, this whole thing will be opening up. Okay, so this is how I have opened this. Why I'm not closing this, so if you want to close this, you will press TRC. I hope you already know this, as you have the basic knowledge of ROS already. Okay, now let's control this. We had a lot of talk, lot of understanding. Now let's try controlling this. So this I goes it forward, this one I small I goes it forward, J for left motion, this is for right turning, this is for coming back. Okay, so I will be pressing I on my keyboard. So this is the front part of it's going ahead. I press J means it will rotate left, and I will press back, it is going back. You can see how smoothly it's running. So this is how it is controlled. So while the time this is going on, let's just do ROS topic info. ROS node list. Let's see how many nodes are running. As you see, this is our node that I was talking about. These two nodes are running. This is from the ROS. Okay, this is from this ROS core, and this is from the node that I was talking about. This is the node. I'm comparing everything so that you have a clear understanding of this. This is this node. These are the two nodes. This is the first node, this one node, and this is the tally of twist keyboard node. Okay, these two are the nodes. Okay, now let's see the ROS topic list. Now let's see how many topics are getting published. So this is our topic of interest. This is our topic of interest. This is the command topic. Okay, this is getting published. Okay, now let's do ROS topic info. So to paste this, what I've done, ctrl shift plus P on my keyboard. Okay, so let's do like which. Okay, now you can see, as I told you, you can compare it with the structure, completely visible. So this is the data type, this is the data type. Okay, so who is publisher? This is publisher. And who is subscribing to this topic? This same is subscribing to topic. Same is subscribing, that's why we are able to control our robot. So okay, so I hope you understood this very clearly, and you understood every line very clearly. And one more thing, if you are really interested in learning more about the Coppelia sim, so I have made a course on Udemy. You can check it out. I will be providing the link to in the description. Over there I have done a lots of project, and in detail I have talked about how to make the robot. Okay, how to make a complete robot, and how to 5 projects like line following robot, line following drone, then painting robot. All those things are there. From there you can learn this. That's a paid course, and it's very cheap. You can, from the below link, you will be able to open my course. Okay, and it will be, most of the time it will be given for a huge discount. Okay, so if you are really interested on learning about more on Copilot sim, then you can check my course. And that is not restricted to like you need to use with ROS. That's not with ROS. That completely about the Copilot sim. You can use it on Windows as well, on Ubuntu as well, on Mac as well, any operating system or any laptop or PC that you wish. Okay, that's a very interesting course. If you're really interested on this simulator, then you can check out my course. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.